and gentlemen, welcome to Doctor Who Reviews, Sleep Deprived Edition. Seriously, both me and Kuchiri got like 5 hours of sleep. This is going to be fun.
Oh boy.
This is going to be so much fun, everybody.
Well, we should celebrate because it's the 200th episode, as episode like 212.
It's 213, but who's counting?
This was filmed back in 2023. I can't wait to see how Biden's going to stop Trump.
Jesus Christ!
Oh no, we're political now.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. We'll see you next time.
Paul, my profile picture. Come on.
Yes.
But I'm joined just barely by 2 co-hosts and a special guest. Keep it together, Ray. Come on. There we go. Firstly, something mirrors. It's very confirmed.
What a stellar introduction. Hello, everyone.
It fits you perfectly. Also, to my virtual left, something mirrors, because you get on me every time I miss that out. You get on my case. I don't want you to get on my case.
Well, see,
and to my virtual.
In this case, we actually had the person who originated it.
I know. I was going to get to that, but just barge on in there.
Continue.
To my virtual right, you are only half the man that he is, and he has half the brains that you do. It's Kuchiri.
Where are you going?
That was a tribute. That's a tribute.
I know that line.
It's a tribute to the late Psycho Sid.
Yes.
Wrestling jokes.
I only know wrestling in its stupidest forms, and I know that line. So
sadly, he died of cancer this week.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ronies.
Rest in peace, Sid Udy. By all accounts, you were kind of a good one. And finally, our very special guest, ladies and gentlemen, we got her. It's the one and only Polly.
How'd this happen? What am I doing here? I've literally never seen Doctor Who in my life.
I know.
This has been something, 2 years in the making?
This has been... I cannot remember. I could probably go through DMs and figure out when Rain...
We had this schedule for like 2 years ago, and then a lot of shit happened.
Yeah, life happened. I will say this. I have been podcasting now as of August 24th for 10 years. And this marks only the second guest spot that I have ever done.
Wow.
So clearly that means I'm either bestowing upon you a great and wonderful privilege, or nobody wants to talk to my ass.
All the shit's about to die. All the shit's about to die in the next 2 weeks. Jerry, go ahead.
Whenever I finally had time to come back to this podcast after a few years of being away, it was like one of the first 2 or 3 podcasts we brought up that we wanted to do this special, and we were going to drag Polly into it. And I think that's when Kat randomly DM'd Polly. That was like my second or third podcast back. So yeah, no, it's been like 2 or 3 years in the making.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know that I agreed to this a long time ago.
I know, you couldn't get out of your commitment. I'm so sorry.
It's the contract. I signed a contract, and that shit was ironclad.
It always
okay, QB.
So, and this is the silliest justification, but this shows how professional we are. For our 100th episode, we finally finished the long-awaited gag, and we did the Underwater Menace, a 60s Doctor Who story of some infamy, for context for you, Polly. But for the 200th, we're literally just like, hey, our friend Polly thinks farts are funny. Let's show her the farting alien episode. That's our justification for this.
That's all you need to get me in.
The original idea was to show somebody who was new to the show an episode of the show, and I will admit that if we wanted to get you into this show, we picked the worst one.
Actually, I have 2 things to say about that. First is, this was my first episode of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was in 2005, just sitting around in the basement, channel surfing, and I come across a fucking spaceship crashing into Big Ben. And I'm like, what the hell is this shit? And I keep watching, and somehow I remained for the next 19 years. I've seen.
How the hell do you stay the course?
I don't know. But secondly,
we almost lost them twice thanks to Chibnall.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Our esteemed guest does not know the horrors that await with that.
Could be
Our esteemed guest is better off not knowing it.
Yes. But I want to go for my second point, which
We're
is
gonna probably get into the 13th Doctor, and they probably won't realize that it gets better from there.
But secondly, this finally coming about is actually topical because over on the Bird site, there's been a little buzz in the Doctor Who community. There's this girl, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Jeje is her name, and she likes Matt Smith, but she specifically likes Matt Smith because she's a Game of Thrones fan. And so because of that, she started watching the 11th Doctor with absolutely no idea what Doctor Who is or was about or anything like that.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
And it has been an absolute joy to watch her react. Just go, oh my God, this, I can't believe this twist. Holy Christ. It has been a light, a shining beacon of hope in this social media cesspool. And well, we're kind of doing our budget version today is, hey Polly, here's Doctor Who. This is what it is. It's got a political satire, and also it's stupid as fuck.
This couldn't be any more timed of throwing people into things that they're not familiar with, fish out of water experience, because I'm literally starting another podcast this Tuesday of throwing somebody into something they're not familiar with.
So, so the anime one with Toad.
Yeah. I'm doing an anime podcast with Toad where he's never really watched a bunch of anime before. So I'm throwing him into that.
Okay.
And, I think that's the timing of everybody just kind of throwing everybody into something just feels like to be this is the moment that everybody chose to do that feels great.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Polly, in about 8 or 9 months, how do you feel about watching a show about possibly homoerotic men in tight outfits fighting rubber suited monsters?
Let me say this. If we're going to be doing a portion of this episode where we give final thoughts, I'll save my thoughts for that.
Okay.
We were supposed to, but I think we're already off the rails. So.
I think we definitely jumped the track.
Through Fresno and our other friend Kat into another show they have no idea about, and we've been doing podcasts about that. Yeah, Kamen Rider. They've been enjoying it. Anyway.
He's trying to get me into that, but so far I've resisted fiercely.
So,
what are we talking about today, Rain?
We're talking about Aliens of London and World War III, the first two-parter of the modern era of Doctor Who, starring Christopher Eccleston.
One part too long, in my opinion.
Wow.
Wow, we really are just throwing out the opinions there.
So I binge watched these. My experience with Doctor Who was I think I saw the Are You My Mummy episode.
Oh God.
And then I didn't watch any for 2 or 3 years because I just wasn't paying attention to it. And then I randomly I think I was in the same chat with you, Rain. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm starting Doctor Who, and then someone was like, oh, I hope you enjoyed Barty Crouch. And I get 6 episodes in, I'm like, why did they even bring that up? And then finally, whenever the thing happens, I'm like, ah. But whenever I was binge watching, I had a bit of a hard time getting through series 1. Rose was good. End of the World, Unquiet Dead, the Supar,
It is a bit rough around the edges, series 1.
Wow, I'm okay. I'll
objective criticism.
I mean, I guess me being fresh to this whole thing, my thoughts on it are definitely a lot fresher, considering that I've literally never seen Doctor Who in my life, not a single thing. So
that was the idea.
And this was like if we're gonna just give some pre-episode thoughts, I had a lot of fun with this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just because
that was the idea.
Not just because it's farting aliens. I genuinely I think that there was a lot to appreciate here with regards to what I'm being shown as if this is a vertical slice of Doctor Who, it's just this is
exactly what I was after.
This is what I was looking for in it. That I dig that. That's cool. That's fun.
Oh hell yeah!
I just fist pumped, genuinely.
Good.
Yeah,
I am such a dope.
I had a really good time with these 2 episodes. So yeah.
You see, you understand what I felt when I 20 years ago.
Like if I would have saw this in 2005 in that same way, I probably would have stuck with it. So,
oh my god.
Yeah, I genuinely found everything about this really charming and fun.
I'm so glad because I thought I put you off the show for life.
What? Are these episodes just considered bad?
Kinda.
Compared to what came after it, yes.
Right.
I mean,
but as a newcomer, I was like, yeah, that was delightful.
One of the best episodes of this season is literally the episode that follows this one.
Yeah.
It's true.
Straight up,
Well, this is a season of TV I'm very much considering checking out after.
Oh my god!
Oh,
so
hell yeah!
I will probably invest the time to watch this 13-episode series at least.
My work here is done.
Here's the thing. So basically, if you do that, you've only seen half of the entire storyline.
Sure.
Because it goes into series 2 and Christmas specials and stuff like that. And then they kind of do a semi reboot for series 3.
Shh, don't get her hooked. Don't get her hooked.
We'll see how things go. I am not short on people to talk to if I need to understand. Okay, what do I do from here? Where do I go? What am I watching next? I am absolutely. There is no shortage. I
literally any of these DMs are open.
Exactly.
Oh my god, this is just going so much better than I thought it would.
Hell yeah.
Rain's all ready to just call it a podcast. We're done. We did it.
So Polly didn't watch these episodes, but previously the Doctor and Rose went on a few adventures. Saw the end of the Earth, went back to Victorian London and hung out with Charles Dickens. And, to Rose, it's only been a few days, but they're now back at her home. She's wanting to see her mom because it's been a couple days to her. The Doctor tells her, hey, it's been 12 hours. Oops.
Must have miscalculated that a little bit.
Just a bit.
It's been one win since I looked at you.
It's been 1 year.
Okay. Rain, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to steal your thunder here. I gotta give props to Murray Gold. Because
God damn it.
Murray Gold, the composer of this episode.
Turning sinister. The song turning sinister out of nowhere. It's just wait, what's going on?
As he goes to the poster, it's wow. You're like, oh, what's going to go down?
You have a good point, but also, is this not gimmick infringement or what?
Right, you can say something about mirroring.
I don't want to.
Well, Rain, Fres was just mirroring you and your love of Murray Gold, so it is.
So Kamen Rider, then.
This is how it's like, Polly, with us.
This is what I've listened to an episode or two, so I get the gist. I know.
Oh my god!
Okay.
That's more than Fres did.
I know that.
You listen to that person.
Oh god!
You know, if you listen to more episodes of this podcast than one of the co-hosts.
That's
I've listened to episodes of this podcast.
I know it's a bit.
Listen, I've had guests on the Soxcast who have literally never heard an episode and didn't even listen to the episode they were on afterward. So
fair enough.
I know how it goes. We are long-suffering podcast hosts. We are the creators. We are the brain entrepreneurs. We are the thought.
Oh, I like that.
Brain entrepreneur. It sounds better than normal entrepreneur because we're not a drain on society.
Okay.
Exactly.
If we don't talk about these episodes, we are never getting done this book.
Well, okay, domestic.
It's
been gone a year. That's a bit of a shock.
Nikki, her boyfriend, was accused of murdering her 3 times.
I love that being the constant gag in these 2 episodes too. Hey, everybody thought I murdered you, by the way.
Brain, is it a good time to drop that elephant?
Oh,
yes,
no.
it's time to ruin Polly's perception of this character for life.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus! Now we're nearing you.
Oh Jesus. What are you doing?
What he's doing is causing the audio to echo.
And now I'm hearing you. Oh,
Right.
So for the purpose of the people that can't see this, which is everybody, a fifth person just entered the call, called Elephant in the room, and it's Mickey's head.
That was a brilliantly set. You had that set up in advance. I got to admire that.
That was some genius shit.
That's how you do it.
He's
That's
done
how
that before. But,
That's how you pop a podcast co-host. Right?
Oh,
That's how you do
God
it.
damn it.
Anyway, the fun is now over. Rain, please.
Well, unfortunately, the fun is over because the actor that plays Rose's boyfriend, Mickey, has been accused of various acts
Oh no!
50 women.
by 20 different women. Yeah,
What? Oh my
I
god!
thought it was 20 women.
20
I thought it was
women.
50.
Well, unless it's grown by 30, it might have done. But so Cat always refers to this actor as 20 women.
It's more than zero, so
Bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I know. Sorry to have ruined that forever for you. But
That's an oofa doofa and a half. It's like 20 oofa doofas there.
at least.
So, yeah.
And again, we should point out that it's just accusations at this point, but also 20 of them.
But yeah, when the number is that high and the stories are that consistent, if there's smoke, there's probably fire.
And it's not like John Barrowman, where what he was accused of, he absolutely did, but it wasn't nearly as bad as what Noel Clarke is alleged to have done. So
That's true.
no, probably doesn't know who John Barrowman is, but that's another Doctor Who actor.
I guessed as much.
Theater guy, he thought that the stuff that is usually acceptable in the theater setting would be acceptable on the TV set, and just walked around naked.
yeah, he likes to get it out, shall we say?
Sure. Yeah.
In places that he shouldn't get it out.
Yeah, that's probably
As a theater boy, the amount of actors that will just sit in a row between scenes is
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I got
It's
you.
a shame too, because Mickey's good in this.
Mhm. Yeah, he's a really good character. I ended up finding him very likable.
Well, sorry to have just ruined that forever. But
Now there's a giant pockmark on this season when I decide to watch it.
in fairness, they couldn't have known. They couldn't have known at that point.
Exactly. It's that you can't that's a whole different discussion, obviously, with that kind of thing and engaging with that somebody's art post that kind of thing. So I won't bring that up here, but yeah, it's obviously something to know.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning, but it shouldn't ruin everything.
It's an absolute elephant in the room.
But you know who is good and pure and has been accused of anything we can talk about? Jackie Tyler.
Oh God.
Oh, is this the mom?
Yeah, this
mom.
poor woman.
Oh my God. I don't know anything about her already, but I already know that she is so long suffering, and this woman needs a beer and a hug.
She does.
She tried hating on the Doctor in the first episode.
Oh,
That was in the teaser. The part where she's like, "There's a strange man in my bedroom." No.
She is so fun. She is definitely very high on favorite characters list of having watched these.
She gets to slap the Doctor. We're 4 episodes in.
Beautiful. 900 years of time and space. I've never been slapped by someone's mother.
Hey, you haven't had RTD as your Ryer.
But she absolutely is just about slapping him because her daughter's been gone for 12 months.
Yeah, she's got every right to be in the state she is in.
And just worried, where were you? Why didn't you call? Why is it so bad you can't?
I was traveling. I was just traveling. It's no big deal.
And that heartbreaking bit in part 2 where she's on the phone to the Doctor is like, answer me this, will she be safe? Will she always be safe?
That was way more emotional than I thought it would be out of this series. This is a series that keeps a pretty good, rapid fire, sort of, snappy comedic tone, and you have that genuine moment there. It's just, wow, y'all pulled that off. Good job.
I want to say there's a Christmas special from Doctor Who from 2017, and I watch it every year because it's one of my favorites. And there is a moment in that special on broadcast every year since. It never fails to reduce me to a weeping mess. So this show can make you fucking cry when it wants to.
Is that Twice Upon a Time?
Yes.
It's when the moment lets 12 see Clara.
Of course, yes.
Yes. Polly has no idea who that is.
No idea.
The moment
No
the
idea.
testament.
Oh.
testament
Don't worry,
sorry.
this will all make sense when I become the next Whovian.
Oh my God, she's even got the lingo down.
Got the lingo
shit.
down. Look at me
She's
go.
been doing her research.
She knows
I'm
all about the
already-
Daleks and the Cyber guys.
I'm
Her-
integrating.
The
I'm
high towers
integrating.
and the gladiator bots. That's what JJ in that thread has been calling those doctors.
The High Towers.
Yeah, because she comes in from Game of Thrones. See?
Oh my God. I just
yeah.
got that.
And so
Yeah.
this is the moment where I came in 2005, flipping through the channels when a fucking spaceship flies over London.
And slammed into it. Big Ben is big gone.
My God, that killed him. As God is my witness, Big Ben is broken in half.
That clock had a family, goddammit.
It's funny how they never bring up this again in any of the future seasons, and Big Ben is fixed in like 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're fixing it in the Christmas special of this series.
There is an in-universe explanation for this.
Like the scuffling around it.
Speaking of explanation, something did keep jumping out at me in these 2 episodes. I don't know, maybe it's something that just comes up later, but I keep seeing the phrase "bad wolf" on.
Yeah.
Is that just something I should not ask about right now, since that's probably
You don't need to
later?
worry about that.
Okay.
That's-
I just kept seeing.
Yeah,
it
we'll
come up
ixnay on the bad wolf, eh? But
Okay. Wasn't sure. Was just taking notes and making sure.
but the fact you spotted that as a complete newcomer is impressive.
I mean, it's front and center on the top.
Yeah, they literally painted on the side.
It's
But it was
a mystery box.
It kept jumping out at me. I was like, "Is that something I need to know?" Or
Yeah,
should
you
know,
immediately identify as a mystery box, so that is impressive.
Yeah. RTD when so the showrunner who revived the series is a fan of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
I can tell because of this series tone.
Yeah. And if you watch Buffy, you knew every season had a big bad and a mystery, and the Scooby Dang figured out how to kill the big bad.
Yeah.
Same thing applies to Doctor Who. You now know the mystery. You do not know who the big bad is and how all of it falls together.
Gotcha.
Buffy, aka how many times can we fit the word master into the plot, into the script, so we can get people to know that character's coming back?
Oh, it's funny you mentioned Scooby-Doo, considering the opening of part 2 of this.
Oh gosh, yes.
That's not even the first. That's not even the only time RTD's done that bit.
That is incredible. But
But yeah,
what else is kind of incredible is the pig in the spacesuit.
Oh my God, the pig in the spacesuit.
So behind the scenes things about this, originally there was not meant to be an actual live alien. It was just going to be a corpse that was a slab of beef.
Mm-hmm.
And the spaceship was just going to crash land in the Thames. It wasn't going to hit Big Ben, but they changed all that. And before they were going to shoot it, they were just going to put the pig in a cloak. And then somebody suggested, how about a 50 spacesuit? That, yes, this is better.
I literally had to pause the episode and laugh with that reveal. It's just, I couldn't. I
But
don't know.
this poor thing is completely innocent.
Right? It's so sad, but it's also hilarious.
And
Chris-
Polly, would you be surprised if we told you this is not the first time there's a pig person that's completely innocent?
Nothing would shock me, I think, at this point.
It's not the only
When you-
time.
When
It's
you
the
come
first
at
time.
me, when you come at me with aliens that fart to relieve, whatever's happening in their gastrointestinal system so they don't explode. When you come at me with that, but then you tell me, innocent pig people, I'm not going to be shocked. You got to have to try.
Just
way
hearing it from
harder.
Boy's mouth is making me realize how ridiculous this all is.
Wait, what the hell's the second time it happened?
Series 3.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh God.
The 2 cursed episodes.
Yes, I know. Say no more.
Just 2 of several cursed episodes. So some more behind the scenes about this thing. Christopher Eccleston loved filming this scene, which is good because he didn't enjoy filming a lot of Doctor Who, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, he basically said he was clean within months of filming. Like, they, so, Polly, you know they changed actors, right?
Yeah, like that's something that I that would probably throw me off about this series a lot is how often doctors change.
Yeah.
That's just always wild to me.
So the following doctor was in the was supposed to be a guest character in the previous episode to this two-parter. The guy shows up on set and they tell him, no, wait, we're recasting you. Oh, who you recast me as? The doctor. He was yeah, he was the first person they told because he was the third or fourth pick to be the ninth doctor.
He didn't have to do another audition.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's insane.
He knew within a month of them filming season 1 that the ninth doctor basically already quit and said and basically was just going to finish out the series. And then well,
that's pretty wild.
A bunch of drama that went on behind series 1 and we don't know half of it because no one's talking about it.
Yeah, Eccleston refuses to mention it.
Wow.
But the reason why this was one of his favourite scenes is as he puts it himself, I've done Shakespeare. I don't have to chase a guy in a pig costume around in Shakespeare.
Yeah, I'm with him there.
He does seem to at least genuinely be enjoying himself on these 2 episodes, so that's good.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not having fun shooting the episodes about farting aliens, get out of this as a career, my guy.
You get the line. Do you mind not farting while I'm trying to save the planet?
Yeah. Just everybody's reaction to the farting was hilarious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you prefer silent but deadly?
I love that.
It's so camp. It's so good.
Everybody's that's the thing is that I think comes across in these episodes is that everybody's having a blast. Just everybody's hamming it up. Like the heavy set alien dude. I don't know their names. Assistant. He's supposed to be the acting prime minister, I suppose. The leader of the pack. He just literally chewing on the scenery. So good. I enjoyed his performances so much.
Polly, you immediately understand an innate truth about this show. Despite the fact that there are a bunch of people who will take it incredibly seriously with gravitas and drama, there is a fundamental truth at the heart of 60 years of Doctor Who. It is stupid as fuck.
This is exactly what I did not expect. Is I thought that this was hardcore sci-fi,
no.
That's what I had always kind of been led to believe. Is that this was a very straight-laced sci-fi thing. I didn't know that it was just oh no, this is actually just campy as hell and funny as fuck.
I mean, because it changes actors and companions and stuff, it has to shift over 60 years. So it's basically a whole bunch of different shows under this umbrella of I've got a blue box and I go fly it across space. And so, you can get grim stuff with monsters invading bases and military people shooting at them and going, argh, and falling over and shit. You can get weird alchemical musings. You can get chess master plans over millions of years. You can get love. You can get loss. You can get hell after. You get everything out of this fucking show.
Then the thing is, it all happens usually in a season. So the follow-up episode is actually one of the more serious, dramatic ones because it's really the first time they touch into what happened during the hiatus of Doctor Who. Because if you know the show got canceled in '89, they decided to bring it back but not make it a new show.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But also with this Space Pig scene, we get a very wild cameo from a character that will become important in the future in a different show. The doctor that the lady doctor that was examining the pig with the doctor.
She's very cute. I liked her performance a lot.
Yeah, Dr. Sato.
I don't know who she is. I just know I like her a lot.
She would become Toshiko Sato in the spin-off Torchwood.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's because of her performance in this episode that she got cast.
Oh wow!
This Naoko Mori character, this Naoko Mori actress is kind of great. We'd like to work with her again, but we haven't really got room for her in the episode. Let's just stick with this in this spin-off that we're making.
Sure, hey.
That'll work.
By the way, Torchwood is more adult and
much more
very heavy on let's have a bunch of same-sex making out.
Hey, let's go.
And also very heavy on John Barrowman, which may or may not ruin your
But
enjoyment.
the second episode is about alien fuck gas that makes you horny.
Alien fuck gas is the name of my new band, by the way.
But speaking of aliens and gas, why don't we talk about our
Oh, that was as smooth as butter transition, my dude.
Damn.
the reason we brought Polly on this podcast to talk about the infamous Slivine.
My God, what a great concept for an alien. It's just an alien that farts and is big into capitalism.
And they give the reason why it farts as well.
Yeah, like they actually give it up. It's just like, oh, we've got to secrete this or we'll like literally just blow up. It's really good.
Because
the
they're
skin
themselves down into their
Yeah,
species.
because they're shrinking themselves down to be in skin suits. It's really good.
Oh God, the fact that they killed the Prime Minister and then we can't use him as a suit because he's too thin.
He's too
God.
And again, fully behind the scenes thing, they'd actually cast an actor to portray the dead Prime Minister who was meant to be Tony Blair because this was filmed in 2005. Then he gets to the set. They take one look at it, they go, "You look nothing like Tony Blair. You've lied to us. It's too late to change it now," but they didn't do any close-ups of him.
So good.
And he doesn't get credited in the episode's
Oh, that's so good. That's so incredible.
Playing the Prime Minister's body. Some guy.
This guy is the George Lazenby of Doctor Who. Have you not heard that story before, Fres? How he basically conned his way into playing James Bond?
Oh my God.
He walked in and said, "I heard you're looking for the next James Bond." It says, "Oh, yes, I've done all this acting. I've acted in like Hungary and Turkey. And basically, this took all the countries they couldn't check up on." And he'd done no acting. And he got the job.
That's some gravitas.
Fake it till you make it.
Absolutely.
This guy, not so much. He lied about playing a corpse of Tony Blair Prime Minister and got half cut out of the episode.
So, another thing about Doctor Who is that, it's not exactly like a for kids show. It's more a all across the board show where there are elements that will appeal to kids, there are elements that will appeal to teenagers, there are elements that will appeal to adults. So, it's not broadly a children's show, but when you have a bunch of farting aliens, you can clearly tell what that's aimed at.
It's a family tea time show, or at least it was at this point.
Yeah, Saturday evening entertainment.
And then Sunday, which I still haven't forgiven them for.
And
Why
then
move it to Sundays? God, why?
And then
And
they just don't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I mean, Rain, you didn't know how good you had it. Now you have to what? Now you have to stay up till midnight on Friday?
Or
Because
just
you get it
avoid
off
the
of
internet
Disney?
for 12 hours.
So like here's something I don't know. Like, this is not a show that airs in the US, is it?
Now it does.
It is
Oh,
now.
it does now. Okay, because I wasn't sure how people watched this because I'd only heard, my people from across the pond watching it, and I wasn't sure. I thought everybody in the US was just like, oh, well, they're just buying up Blu-rays and DVD sets.
I
all the
can't
time.
remember if it was going during 2005 when this first aired, but
PBS.
BBC America.
But it was in Canada. Because
Sure,
actually,
yeah.
I think the CBC in Canada kind of put some money into Series 1. So I got it in 2005.
Gotcha.
But in America, I don't think it started until 2006. And actually, it was, delay. It wasn't same day. So it was like delayed by months. And then
It was still PBS. Like we got it within a month or two.
BBC
but-
America at some point got it. And it did not air same day as the UK got it until 2011.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So
That's quite a wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
they made a big deal about that. Like they actually did you remember the shows back in like early 2010s where you was like, I am Barry Allen, I am the fastest man alive,
Oh, God.
right.
yeah. Oh
It's
no,
funny. Because of
I
Jake.
know where I'm going with this.
Because of JJ, I've been watching Series 6 again on my actual goddamn, and this is just going to be so very me. On an actual VHS tape that I recorded the episodes off of TV from in 2011. And they had the thing you're talking about, Kuchiri.
Yeah. My name is Amy, A long time ago, I had an imaginary friend, but now he's no longer imaginary. You know, stuff like that.
He comes from somewhere else. He can travel anywhere. They have a little. They have a little title scene.
Americans.
Hey, this is what this show is about, you bozos.
Americans.
I plead the fifth.
No, it was on PBS, and then it was on BBC, and then now we have it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, the mouse. The mouse got its grubby mitts on it.
Oh, that's probably bad.
No,
It might be. It might get the show
No,
cancelled after 2 series of the refund.
No. From everything that's been saying, it's been a good series.
I'm not being entirely serious.
And I mean,
Yeah.
it's allowed to be incredibly gay. I mean, Doctor Who kissed a man last season, so
Yeah.
pretty good. So
The
And
directors of this show are always like, it's going to get cancelled. It's woke as balls. It's terrible. It's going to get cancelled. Ha ha ha! And it never does.
Well,
Yeah, I remember seeing like there was a big hubbub about a female doctor at some point, and I remember everybody saying, it's the death of Doctor Who!
Everything bad about the female doctor was not the female doctor's fault.
It wasn't. But even when the show was as close as it have gotten to garbage in the modern day, it still continued. It still did well. So
Right.
if that doesn't cancel it, nothing will.
we're still here. I mean, it almost did at the end of Chibnall, to be fair, because he didn't have anything lined up.
We're going to rename the show DEI Who.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good God.
Why?
Oh, God.
Why?
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't earn it.
Friends, ice bath.
So who then? Yeah, the Savannah Grey. I mean, they don't really show up again after this series in Doctor Who, but they did show up in a another spin-off which was for children called the Sarah Jane Adventures. And by the time that was finished, they'd actually perfected the skin suits, and they could appear as regular sized humans.
Oh, well, there you go. It's good that they brought this back to the appropriate audience, me.
It was meant to be just like this big reveal, like, well, they can't be so big because they're not fat. Oh my God.
Holy shit, this thing could go on a diet, what?
And then a literal 12-year-old child unzips his head. It's like, oh my God, what?
Okay, the head zipping is like such a cool...
I love that effect every time they did, and you could tell they loved it too because they kept doing it. There are times in this at these 2 episodes where y'all don't need to go back into the skin suits, but you just wanted to do the head thing again.
But
I can
Ollie,
tell.
But Ollie, Victory should be naked.
Victory should be naked. You are not wrong.
I fucking love the end of part 1. The police officer who unzips, he actually has a goddamn zipper on his forehead.
Yeah, there's an actual zipper there. Yeah.
Oh, I love his dialogue in that scene. This man is classified as trouble, and that's my job, eliminating trouble. Unzip.
God in heaven.
He's such a good actor, that guy.
I just love how the lights dim whenever they do it. You know, the...
Yeah, so we get the ultraviolet light effect.
I really appreciated was about this. The first and second episodes that I watched was that the downfall of the government due to the not having their leader, and like just the complete ineptitude from the top down is presented in this just dry British manner.
Oh, so it predicted Rishi Sunak then.
Right. I really liked how that was presented top to bottom, because I feel like if this were a Western or not a Western show, but like an American show, that whole collapse from the top down would have been much louder and kind of like drawing attention to itself in really stupid ways. Whereas this was just like an ineptitude that kind of just tumbles its way down gradually.
I mean, the entire thing is basically just a piss take on the Iraq War.
Sure, yeah.
No.
They even get the weapons of mass destruction line in there.
Yep.
But this time it's 45 seconds, not 45 minutes.
And like a thing crashes into a tower, and it's like, oh, the weapons of mass destruction, you gotta give us the codes to invade and nuke everybody.
Yeah, if you cannot read that, it's not even subtext. If you can't read the text of what's going on there, you're just not.
These 2 episodes also got the writers nearly sued, by the way, by the UN.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't use the UN fiction.
Oh,
it's been a thing.
They actually said they'd violate the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
But like,
They sent them a fax saying, you know, you've, and they actually thought it was a joke, so they framed it in their office. And then they said, no, this is serious. You're going to court if you don't stop this. So, go ahead, you two.
I just want to add that this is peak Doctor Who. Like Doctor Who, in over its years, has had a lot of incredible political satire. In the 80s, they did a story where everyone has to be happy, and they had basically punked out Margaret Thatcher wannabe.
Helen A, yeah.
And across the board, it varies on whether it's good or not. Usually, it's good, you know, like left-leaning stand up against oppression and capitalism stuff. Other times it falters, like the time they did an episode about Space Amazon where they concluded that actually the capitalist systems aren't the problem, it's just how people use and exploit those systems.
Yeah.
Bad. Blech.
Yeah, that leaves a nasty taste in your mouth.
And
there.
the worst thing is it's actually a competently written episode apart from that.
Yeah, it's one of the better episodes of that season just because it's completely written up until that twist, but I digress. This is an excellent example case of what Doctor Who can be. It's got this biting political satire drenched in farting aliens and being stupid as fuck. Kuchiri, please.
I was going to say some old classic movie trivia. Most of that stuff about the UN was caused by Hitchcock in North by Northwest.
I can believe it.
Oh, wow.
He snuck in a scene where they were told more than once they couldn't film anywhere near the UN, and he had the two actors film a scene inside the main lobby. And like, if you ever watch North by Northwest, they are definitely like trying not to look like they were acting while they were doing the scene, and it got Hitchcock in trouble. So there's so many rules about what you can do with the UN in fiction.
Just fucking.
Yeah, so
I say to you, chat, let's break the law.
in these two episodes, they're referred to as the United Nations Intelligence Task Force. After the cease and desist, that changed to Unified Intelligence Task Force.
Okay.
They're like, we'd rather not go to jail for breaking convention, guys. Can we figure some way around this? And that leads us, of course. There's one more character to talk about first. Harriet Jones, MP for Running Gag.
Yes, we know who she is.
I could swear I know her from somewhere.
She was the mom in Shaun of the Dead.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, she's been in a few things.
Do we spoil Polly?
No.
Okay.
Let's just say that this is not the last time she appears, and I think that's fair enough.
Let's also say the doctor lied about her.
I definitely got the indication from the dialogue is definitely like, oh, she's kind of important. Like there's a reason they're focusing on her and the doctor specifically kind of like paying her attention. I was like,
and it pays off. It's a time travel show. It pays off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, why can I not remember what she's done? Oh, of course, because it's actually in the future, right? But she's a good character. The bit with the secretary who gets killed sadly at the beginning of part 2.
Yeah,
and she's like said that she bought him a cup of coffee. She never asked him his name.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's not even the first time RTD will use that. Oh, we didn't know their name and they died thing.
Yeah.
What about Roger Atwin?
Oh, okay, that's extremely funny given that this whole scheme is about getting nuclear codes. So,
it is.
This is far enough in the future, I might as well say it, Polly. There's an episode of the last season where we see Britain's someone running for prime minister in the 2040s, and he's a Welshman named Roger Ap Gwilliam, and he really, really wants to use nuclear weapons.
And it's the same thing. It's like the doctor, like, oh yeah, no, this is the home of the world's worst prime minister who almost, destroyed the earth. Oh wait, that's 20 years in your future. Sorry. And then something's happened.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
The companion's reaction when he says that is like priceless. Wait, what?
It's really
so what was that? He destroys the world in 20 years' time? What?
That's fun.
Yeah, but that's Harriet Jones, and then of course we get the incredible cliffhanger, the first ever cliffhanger in the modern era, And it's
you can
this.
tell they were still running on the old classic Who model because this cliffhanger is just silly as fuck.
It's a very, very silly cliffhanger.
Again, what points is about the actor playing the lead Slovene guy, hamming it up and having a great time.
Oh,
Thank you for
God.
bringing your ID cards that helped identify the bodies.
Yes! Oh, I love that line so much.
Just for reference, Polly, the old Doctor Who from the 60s to the 80s was serialized. It was usually in 4 to 6 parts of 25 minutes each. And so, because these writers had to eat, they often would get to the end of the script and there's someone points a gun at Doctor Who, and then the cliffhanger music starts.
Cliffhanger, yeah, I kind of got.
And then the next cliffhanger is, no, wait, don't shoot him, because the writer still needs to write 4 more scripts of this shit.
I think that my favorite classic cliffhanger is when it's just they don't tell someone to stop. It's just some lines on the floor, and it plays the stinger.
Yes, but this feels like that. It's just, oh no, everyone's in danger and going to be killed, and it's resolved in 2 seconds.
It's literally
and also the trailer ruins it. The trailer for the next part ruins it.
Literally ruined the next episode preview. Literally.
It's oh my god, Rose and Harriet about to be killed by the Slovene, and the Doctor's about to be electrocuted, and next part. Here's the Doctor unelectrocuted. Here's Rose and Harriet perfectly fine.
It's so good. It feels so intentional. It feels like that felt like a genuinely leaning into the camp moment for me.
They got such an internal backlash for that. They had to change the policy now that every time we did a 2-part story, we should have trailer at the end of the credits.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Give people time to come down from the ceiling.
And there are later and better cliffhangers that will completely flip what the story is doing on its head and be like, oh shit, what does this mean now? Like a big
when I say jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? What's going to happen? How are you going to get out? It's genuinely, I wonder how they're going to get out of this one. And you go to the answer, it's like, oh, that makes sense, rather than, oh, they just got out of that one pretty quick. This is, which is just.
But the way he gets out of this one is amazing because he takes the ID card. Everyone else in the room is dead.
Yeah,
it's being electrocuted.
Including in a spin-off comic book, believe it or not, but she doesn't get named on camera. But it's definitely her, and she's definitely dead. Thanks for coming, Muriel Frost, and. She got named in the first draft of the script. She's actually named by the Doctor when he said, unit, good people. He actually says Muriel Frost, good woman, that. But then it got changed.
Yeah, jamming the ID card in the Celine's neck collar thing.
And somehow it electrocutes all of them.
Yeah.
I guess because they're a family and they're like...
them all being family was kind of like what I got from that, yeah.
It could be that, yeah. But it also affects the policeman in the kitchen.
Well, because
it's
mentioned they're psychically bonded because when the policeman dies, because of course, vinegar.
We'll get to him. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
but they're like, oh yeah, we
I have a fun story about that, but we'll get to that in a few minutes.
Die! Oh no! So yeah, if you ever find yourself under attack by someone with a psychic link, shock them. The other guy will feel it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. When the other guy explodes, they don't explode as well. But
well. Can you imagine if one of them farts, everyone farts?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, it really is Ready or Not.
That's just like a never-ending chain.
It really is Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I also love the scenes after the immediate resolution where they're getting back into the skin suits and the Doctor's sends the soldiers in, but they're back to being human again. So it looks like he's attacked all the experts and killed them.
He's an alien.
I think you'll find the Prime Minister is an alien disguise. That's never going to work, is it? No, fair enough.
and a bit later, execute him. Oh, okay, but hear me out. If you were hypothetically going to execute me, then you probably shouldn't do it while you have my back.
Don't stand up against the lift. Big shitty grin. Lift goes up. Brilliant.
And when he fucking comes up and it gets to the next floor and the Slovene is there, he's just like, hello.
There's so many good bits in part 2.
How chill he is throughout this whole experience. It's just like, okay, I guess can this dude just not be killed? You can spoil that for me, is it? Because he just seems so unafraid of any of the danger.
He can die.
Okay, but he just the way he's shit-eating, grinning, everything.
So
every bit of danger. It's just like,
So-
can he like just not die or something? Is what I was thinking.
So there's a few things we could say on that, but there has to be a reason for another doctor to be around.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you go by some current controversial comments,
Oh no!
the doctor
no.
so never
Don't bring
dies.
this in, Kuchiri.
Don't do
go
it.
with that.
There are universes where the doctor never changes.
Oh,
You did it.
Cat is now getting away from their vacation to come murder me.
They're hiding that bunker in Missouri, buddy.
Cat's on the way to Missouri as we speak.
currently dashing back. Just Naruto running across.
She has cancelled the Starship High Stream for the night. She is ever heading us up to Missouri.
I don't even think there is a Starship stream for Cat tonight.
No, yeah, she's out of her state.
Yeah, she's enjoying Labor Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend.
I remember a year ago for Labor Day, I went to Dildo. That was nice.
Sometimes you just want to go to Dildo. I mean,
It was all right. The poutine was mid, but the drinks were good.
I know it's real. It's just you saying it that sentence just made me howl.
I didn't name the place. It's a real place in Newfoundland. Dildo, Newfoundland.
But there's so many good bits in part 2. I think part 2 is actually the better one, but you need part 1 to set it up.
yeah, absolutely. The second one is just, it's nonstop, like high octane. It is like, it feels like the second half of an action movie, basically. It's just constantly
the
popping
bit
off.
with the reporter, and he's a genuine English reporter called Andrew Marr, by the way, and it's like these people are going to Downing Street, and it's like here's a group captain for the RAF. Here's the chairwoman of the North Sea Boating Club. What can I these people? We have no idea.
We have no idea why they're here. And it's so good.
I love
I love all the titles. I don't know if they're real or not, but it's just, they sound like the most inconsequential positions. It's like, why would these people?
Yeah,
be
a
here
group captain is
under-
not that high up in the RAF. I'll say that right now.
Why would they be here in this circumstance?
I think this is the funniest fucking thing about the whole thing, because you are part of the Slovene family. You have the ability to take over the body of anyone in government and for your evil plan, and you're like, I'll take over the chairman of the North Sea Boating Club.
It sounds very prestigious.
It's just because she's fat, unfortunately.
Yeah. Like they have to take over somebody that's more heavy set. So if that's the highest ranked position that you could find of like a suitable host, I mean,
Unfortunately, the
that's what you
deputy of the
gotta
North Sea Boating Club was a very skinny person.
But it just makes them look silly. Like, oh no, we're going to take over the position of power and destroy the world. I know this random person.
I just love the way he delivers. Like, what can I say? People, we have no idea.
I also love the chase with Rose and Harriet against the sleuth. It's so fucking Scooby-Doo. I love it.
So, I love the little chase scenes where you see like the characters run one way and then the aliens run after them. And
we do that too as well.
They do it so many times, and I laughed every single time. I love it.
There's a very divisive episode in series 2 that has that as like the start of it, and it's great.
Yeah, that's the opening. Yeah.
And Rose is literally screaming her head off, going, ah! It's great.
They're running
How do you
around.
not enjoy it? Like, how could anybody be mad at this? Like, this just seems so fun to me.
It is just fun.
Yeah, like this is just good fun. Like I was sitting, like I said, I had a smile plastered, like especially the second episode. I had a smile plastered across my face the whole time.
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah.
And then the bit where he locks himself in the room and
yeah, so good.
Again, he's so calm.
Yeah.
What a trick! I think you're gonna need it.
and I just love the way that it goes, where he like locks us in and is like, oh great, 3 inches of 3 feet or whatever of impenetrable steel. Nobody can get in after us. How do we get out?
Just that moment where it dawns on him. So good.
Test failed successfully.
Yep.
Oh god! And then
And when he talks about Mr. Chicken, and that's an actual real person, by the way.
Oh.
We know very little about him, but he used to own 10 Downing Street before it became the Houses of Parliament, owned by the Prime Minister. But we know very little about him.
Gotcha. Knowledge.
Just that he was called Mr. Chicken, which is amazing.
That's so good.
Not even his first name, just Mr. Chicken.
Mr. Chicken.
And then the whole thing with the cop chasing after Jackie and Mickey.
Oh god, and Mickey being the MVP. He's got a baseball bat for God's sakes.
That's you know what? Great choice of weapon. Like, yeah.
It's not a tire iron, but it'll do.
Exactly.
He's actually being brave. It's like, what happens to me, Jackie? Don't worry about me. Just run.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lock themselves in, and then the Doctor guides them to destroying the alien with vinegar.
With vinegar, it's so
because
good.
They're calcium based.
They explode so that's one of the best gooey explosions I've seen.
Oh yeah, and also
so
it's like tell me about them. They're green. Narrows it down. Have its surname. Damn, that narrows it down.
And Harriet, when they, pardon my phrasing, fart, the fart, pardon my phrasing, smells like that.
Pardon my phrasing twice.
Yeah, if you'll pardon the word, it doesn't smell like a fart. If you'll pardon the word.
So polite.
They nail the characterization of these characters so well.
Oh God, yeah.
And then Rose gets some of the best guys. Like it's he goes, "They don't have to one planet. Russell can't confirm to it. Great, we could write them a letter."
And oh God, I just remembered the part where Jackie's just like, gherkins, pickled onions, pickled eggs. You kiss this man.
Kiss this man.
Yeah, and then she throws the pickled items on the alien. After a brief moment, it's exploded in a explosion. Here's my fun story from real life.
All right.
So this episode is in 2005. I'm still going to school at this point.
Right.
I'd be what? Yeah, 16, 17. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'd be in the lower sixth form, year 12. And we had a friend who watched the episode and then found out that the human body contained calcium in the bones.
Oh.
And then had an accident with a bottle of vinegar.
Oh no.
And she spills it on her arm, and she's frantically there trying to scrub it off her arm before her arm blows up.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is so good.
This poor girl thought she was going to die because of Doctor Who that she watched. Because she thought that vinegar made calcium explode.
Oh my God!
I'm just imagining someone sitting there in the lunchroom. They're eating salt and vinegar crisps, and it's like, "Hey, you see that Doctor Who? You know, if you put vinegar on, you explode."
Well, my God! How can they sell these?
We would try to help her. Everyone else was just pissing themselves with laughter.
I couldn't. I would not be able to hold it together. I would lean into it and just tell her, "No, you need to get it off."
Yeah.
I was too polite for that. I was a gentleman.
Somebody's arm is going to blow up.
The speed she threw off her jacket was incredible.
Oh.
God almighty.
And she's like, "Get a towel, get a paper towel, quick!"
Oh my God, that's so good.
The amazing
that's so
thing.
good.
We told her afterwards, and she was all right, but
Oh God.
But the thing like that, like, you know, it can be that convincing is very
because she thought it was based in fact, not fiction.
The Doctor. Why would a show with the name Doctor in it lie to me?
Yeah, she's not stupid. She wasn't stupid. She wasn't in her head. She just misinterpreted the facts.
And then someone at the table had to rip one, and they're like, "Are you an alien?"
Oh God!
Someone should have done that. God damn it!
Man, somebody missed an opportunity.
Well, I mean, you're all British. You're very polite. You don't.
That's a good point.
In public.
But I had to share that story. I hope if she's listening, she doesn't mind. Cause...
Well, you didn't name her or nothing.
No, I didn't name her, and also I was one of the people that being nice to it and trying to get just not because she was going to explode, but just get this vinegar off her arm because it's not nice.
I'm sure you grew up to be a very nice lady, and you use vinegar in a lot of your cooking for added flavor and texture.
I mean, here's something that'll knock you out. I was watching a concert last night at the BBC Proms, disco at the Proms.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, and this concert could not have been done without our choreographer and arranger, Kerblam Man, and he stands up and, "They're coming to school with me."
Oh, wow.
I had no idea. He was into jazz.
You should tell Paula the other thing about who went to school with you.
Oh, yeah. One of the Doctor Who companions.
Really?
Yeah, Jenna Coleman.
That's pretty incredible. Holy
In the
crap.
year above me.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So we didn't have that much interaction because she was in the year above me.
Sure. Yeah, but that's pretty cool.
It tended to be like you. I don't feel like you were segregated to your year group because there was like some mixing between the year groups at like lunchtimes and that. But you spend the most time with people in your year group, so that's who you tend to gravitate towards as friends. But that is incredible. You're right.
I'm intensely jealous of him for this.
Yeah, I only my only school person that I could think of that like went on and do something even like a hint of a sniff of famous was that I have a friend that worked with Dream Theater on one of their albums in like 2008. That's
I hate to name drop, but the school I went to doesn't exist anymore, but it has produced quite a lot of famous people.
Oh, look at you.
Don't want to name drop. I've been on a few famous things too, but they've all been canceled now.
Rip.
Yes, one of those was with nostalgia critics, and maybe you were the winner.
Oh God, that's right.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Maybe Kuchiri, you were the winner in that case.
Yes.
And I was also on Achievement Hunter.
You were.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was in the Who's a Question tab, and I got somebody to make a joke about snowflakes.
You didn't get somebody to make a joke about snowflakes. You made
Nigel Farage,
the fucking UKIP party leader, make a joke.
Yeah, right-wing politician.
That's crazy.
I will say, not intentional.
But yeah, but I mean,
but he ran with it. Fair play.
You set him up and he knocked it down.
I teed him up for accidentally, and he smashed it out the park.
Yeah, I've seen the clip actually. You posted it in the past time.
Yeah, well, once I finished dying of secondhand embarrassment, I thought this is actually pretty funny. This is pretty funny. Let's just post this to everybody.
So we've mentioned it before, but the whole phone call with Jackie, keep my daughter safe, is actually
that's
good. Good emotion, good emotional core.
Really, really solid moment.
Yeah,
there,
and then having Mickey hack into the Royal Navy.
Buffalo is the password to everything. Is that like that feels like something they're calling back to as a running joke.
I don't know.
Yeah, it felt like something I should have been laughing at more because I felt like, is this a Doctor Who thing?
It's not a Doctor Who thing, no.
I wasn't sure. I knew that Buffalo is a thing because that's a sentence. But
that's a 6-word sentence, yes.
But I didn't know that, like, I wasn't sure if, like, they were doing that, like, everything, the password always being Buffalo. I wasn't sure if that was just, like, a Doctor Who thing or if they were just kind of playing on that.
It's more, so the secrets to all the, countries' secrets and all that stuff, the big password and all that is Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Not like H7QI, %, $, PO90,
All the most popular password out there is 75309. You're welcome, friends.
I like that he specifies that it's with 2 F's and 1 L.
Yeah.
It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's amazing. That's the combination of my luggage.
It's my credit card PIN number.
There was a time when the most popular password was just the word password.
That still is a thing.
Because that was the default. No one changed it.
Yep.
Or
I was able to
change the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because they'll never figure that one out.
I was able to. This is way back in the day when forums were still a thing. You remember those? I had left a forum. I'd left a forum on not good terms, but I was just like, there's no way that they didn't account for this. So when you created a forum back in the day, the default user would be admin and the default password would be admin.
Yeah.
And I logged into their forum and it was just like, y'all, I could actually totally take this entire ship down right now if I wanted to, since we are leaving on bad terms. But I left that admin a note and said, you've left that default account here. So just so you know, people still, like that was a thing even back when I left that forum in like 2005, was just like, the password was just admin.
Goddamn, Polly, I thought Iffy was the Silver Wolf.
Jesus.
Hacking voice, I'm in.
Yep.
So joins 300, but if he joins us to talk about.
There you go.
Jesus.
If he's gonna do the Doctor Who podcast before she ever appears on a Soxcast, that's
Has
gonna
she never still not appeared on the Soxcast yet?
yeah, she's never been. She's nobody.
At this point, Iffy is the Wiener Mercator of the Soxcast.
Yeah.
An extreme want of not being perceived, but we should mention the Celine's ultimate goal, which is it's just capitalism. It's capitalism, everybody.
Still the rock of that remains of Earth.
It's not, like as soon as it came down to it just being capitalism, it literally just fell back out in my seat, just dying.
Yeah,
like,
the Doctor gets a bounce moment here. It's like, leave this. I give you this one warning: leave this planet now, or I'll stop you. You trapped in your box. Yeah, me. And they stop laughing.
Yeah.
No, you'd be surprised how many times there's is this world protected?
Oh God.
What happened to them?
Some of the best scenes of the early Doctor Who modern day era.
Yeah.
When he confronts the villain, it's like, I'll give you one chance to stop. And if you don't take it, this is on you.
David Tennant kind of made that into a
you can stop me by yourself. Yes.
Remember 2006 when the meme was good?
Fuck. God damn. Well, how are we going to get out of this one? The aliens are going to get the nuclear launch codes and destroy all of humanity.
The Doctor.
Hey, Mickey, back into the Royal Navy. Say again, Kuchiri?
They're just going to commit genocide.
It's not genocide. It's just a family.
Family.
It's one family.
That's all right then.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
It's just a family.
It's just one family.
The Doctor doesn't kill, except he does.
The Royal Navy does that.
Hey, the Doctor didn't do it.
The Doctor's
Doctor's not the one that pressed the button here.
Royal Navy, nuke the shit out of them.
Holly would have a very fun time with the series 4 finale, Rain.
Oh my God.
I feel like Hollywood
now that I mention it.
Series 5.
Oh, Beast Below?
Nobody has a good time with the series 4 finale.
No. Yeah,
Nobody.
Yeah, they launch a fucking missile, and I love the bit where it's just like, oh my God, there's a missile coming, everyone out, sir, there's a missile coming. Just a room full of aliens.
Sorry, and he just runs for his life.
Oh, we didn't talk about the best bit in part 1 when Eccleston comes into the hospital and he opens the door. There's a bunch of soldiers.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I love that bit.
But he's not been arrested. He's actually being recruited.
Yeah, he's being recruited. Yeah.
No. This is before the pig.
The pig gets out at the exact moment.
Yeah, you're
It's like,
right. It's before the pig.
Come on. He gets to take charge. But yeah, there's a
Marvin, open the pig!
Oh, wait, Rain, hang on. This is an episode that involves 10 Downing Street and a pig.
I was trying not to go there.
Oh, I know what you're referencing.
We got that for 6 years,
no!
Polly. I was trying not to go there.
Oh no!
We can never let him forget that his country's commander-in-chief fucked a pig.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So about a couch.
I would rather somebody have fucked a couch than a pig.
Let's not say things we can't say about later.
Jesus Christ.
But also, you're probably right, just on a logistical level. But can we move on?
Can't our world leaders just fuck consenting adults, please?
That's the bare minimum. That's all I ask.
That's all we need.
That couch and a family, goddammit. Anyway.
Anyway.
But yeah, 10 Downing Street fucking explodes.
This is amazing. The soldier running out, and then the final words being, oh, bolt, and they cut it off with the explosion.
No, even before that, it's the part where they're like, no, that's my skin suit. No,
I want you to go with the skin suits.
It's my disguise. It's my disguise. Disguise me.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so the pub explodes, kills all the Slovene. Our heroes escape by standing under a door frame. Or sitting under a door frame.
What else would you do? I mean, that's
well, it would work in an earthquake.
Yeah, it's like that's the sturdiest place to be.
For the love of God, don't show that to my friend.
But yeah, and they come out, and Harriet Jones takes charge, and everything's okay. Nothing. It's making gun. Nothing to see here. Please.
Nothing to
disperse.
see here.
She goes to help. She goes to help the wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, now I remember where I've heard her name. She's a prime minister in 2 years' time.
Doctor over here spoiling us. Jeez.
Yeah, like I said, she will come back, but we won't say how or why.
Harriet Jones will return in For Your Eyes Only.
I appreciate that. And then the ending actually underran when the episode underran when they shot it, so they added a bit more to the ending, including how he got to take the kid that had graffitied the TARDIS and have him scrub it off.
Yeah,
so it's learned his lesson.
I really love that.
Like the graffiti's in the script originally, but him scrubbing it off was not. And it's like, no, let's have the kid back to do this thing.
Hey, that's a payday for an actor.
Yeah, extra goes on the set.
We take that.
Here's a fun side. You know how I said that in the 80s they had that Margaret Thatcher parody? In that story, her goons painted the TARDIS pink.
Painting the TARDIS pink. We're painting the TARDIS pink.
Yeah.
I should have done that. We actually did the Happiness Patrol review, but 3 or 4 years later, three or 4 years later, here it is. But and then of course again a bit of a heart-wrenching ending where Rose goes off to have more adventures. Which is like, don't worry, mother. By the time I get back, 10 seconds will overlapse, and she counts it.
She counts it. That was so fucking lonely, dude. I actually felt a little tug in my chest when she was counting because
Mickey's sitting on the bin, knowing that she'll come back. She's not in the 10 seconds.
Yeah. Like I thought that was really brilliant. I really, really liked that as the ending.
But Jackie giving up, but Mickey not because he knows more.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be back. I'll probably get accused of a murder again, but she'll be back.
God.
No, you're just going to get accused of 20 counts. What?
Oh God.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
But
I second stop. But that was Hands of London and World War III.
I think we can final thoughts. Should we start with our special guest?
We definitely should. We'll do Polly, then we'll do Kuchiri, and then you and I can decide who we want to go third.
Well, yeah, compliment sandwich.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're the bread.
So Polly, the floor is yours.
I had a great time with this. This was just like start to finish. Like I went in not sure what to expect because again, never seen Doctor Who, going and expecting this very straight-faced, somber, sci-fi kind of very serious affair, and then 10 minutes in, and I'm just like, I'm already laughing. So it's just like it immediately caught me off guard, and I thought that like while this may be considered, I guess, by some fans like a low point for a season, like if I would have caught this, like back in the day, I think I would have probably been watching this show, or I would have at least stuck around for some amount of time because I just found it immediately engaging, immediately charming. I didn't know any of these characters, and I came out of these 2 episodes like already having a very good idea of their dynamics, already like enjoying the ways that they bounce back and forth, enjoying the quippiness of the script. This how absolutely silly and absurd the entire situation is, and how well it's played out, how big they go with it, and it's like blowing up, like you're blowing up these major buildings in like a TV series. It's so rare to kind of find something like that. So these episodes to me, they just left a really good impression, and like I said, like I'm very apt to probably watch this entire season, to at least just go and like at least I understand what Doctor Who is now. So yeah, like overall impression, had a great time. Cannot complain.
Yeah, so as I said before, first time watching, like I appreciate a good fart joke.
Mm-hmm.
However, the farting in these 2 episodes kind of got obnoxious.
The thing is, I don't think it did because I don't think that there was a focus on it. It felt to me like it was just there to accentuate a scene or a joke every now and again. When you guys mentioned it was like, oh, it's farting aliens, I thought it was just going to be that's the whole fucking episode. It's like everything's going to be farting and it's going to get overdone and it's going to be stupid and kind of maybe a little, But to me, it felt like it's just like the fact that the aliens farted was very tertiary to what was going on because I thought the aliens were way funnier than just the farting. I didn't mean to cut you off there. It's just I kind of I kind of forgot to bring that up in my final thoughts. Was that I thought that like when people said, "Oh, it's the farting alien episode," that it was just going to be driven into the ground and annoying. But it was just like it was very tertiary. I found.
No, special guest and cutting me off. If I had a nickel, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Sure, we love you, buddy.
Don't worry, I'll be more malicious about it in the future if I'm ever on.
And then I agreed to do a whole season of Kamen Rider with Sean. Anyway, so yeah, the thing is, I just never clicked with it, and I love Christopher Eccleston, and you're going to love the whole final like 3 or 4 episodes of this season. Like the quality does shoe up there in this first season, and especially the next episode, Dalek is so good. Basically, though, every time I rewatch this episode, like I introduced a friend to it, and we watched the first season together. I watched it randomly not too long ago. It's just the more I watch it, every time I just dislike it more and more, and I'm not sure why. And I don't know if it's just more. I understand this is not an episode you're not supposed to really take them seriously, but I can't take the Slovene seriously. And I don't like it's between the farts, it's between their weakness being vinegar, the fact that they seem to be bumbling idiots that don't know what to do half the time. I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts.
If I may?
You may.
Well, my experience basically mirrors Polly's because I was there back in 2005. Like, what is this shit? Oh my God, I am enthralled. But here I am.
Kuchiri!
What?
He did the meme.
Yeah. God almighty. But
he did the monster meme.
Oh God. It was a great dance match, but with 19 years of Doctor Who under my belt, I can give a little more commentary than merely just I had a blast. It was a blast, and I didn't expect that of the show. With all that under my belt, this is a fine episode. It's not my favorite in the world, but nor is it my least favorite. It's it's average, which was probably perfect to introduce Polly to the show. Not a particular high, but not particularly low, but I admire the fact that it pairs biting political satire of the war in Iraq, the weapons of mass destruction, the paranoia of the world at that time in the mid-2000s, and just completely takes the fucking piss out of it with farting aliens who are incompetent middle leaders in government who are just a bunch of capitalists. And it's so very silly. Yeah. It's silly, but it has a heart and a charm to it as well. So it gets a pass from me. I dig it. Not the best of Series 1, but not the worst of Series 1. It's fine. It's fine. So round this out, Rain. What did you think of
We're 3 out of 4 on the positivity about these 2 episodes because I was surprised at how much I enjoyed these watching them back. Because I kind of remember them being quite mid when I saw them back in 2005. Hadn't seen them since. And I watched it again and thought, how could I think this was mid? This was like great fun. This was like really just good, goofy, silly fun. And the satire is really clever, actually, when you think about it.
It's very cutthroat. Like, it's very incisive.
And I guess we all just couldn't look beyond the farting aliens to think that this was actually pretty good.
I mean, not dissing Kuchiri. I'm just dissing general fandom in general, but yeah, getting over silly in Doctor Who is a bar that a lot of people can't cross.
I'm trying to remember, but there was a top 20 worst episodes of the modern era list done recently, and I can't remember if this featured in it. I don't think it did.
No. The thing is with my thoughts though, I don't mind silly, but at the same time, like I don't know, like the fart jokes. Like sometimes I really like fart jokes, but
It didn't float your boat.
yeah.
No, I'm not trying to have a go at you, mate.
No. I'm just explaining my point. I mean,
Okay.
again, it's what I like space babies.
Yeah, and I don't, and that's fair enough.
Yeah,
And I like Empire of Death, so.
And Space Babies is Polly. Space Babies is about a booger monster.
Oh, fantastic!
Boogers.
It's just. I think that like any kind of scatological humor is going to be pretty scattershot, honestly, because it like that stuff's gonna it's either going to be down to your mood or down to your preferences, and those things can just change. So it's just like if you don't like the farting here, I get it, but if you think the booger thing's funny, it's like yeah, like it's you like what you like, and
it's Marmite, isn't it? It's a Marmite opinion.
Yeah, there you go. It's Marmite.
I also want to add that the Space Babies episode ends with them using the Space Babies diapers that are stored in the waste disposal as a methane propulsion system to rocket them to the planet. So the Space Baby, the ship is literally powered by farts.
And the back of the ship like an ass.
It all
back of the ship like an ass.
The ship also looked like no. So like I understand silly. It's just I don't know. The silly has never hit me on this one.
Fair enough. Well, anything else to say, everyone, or shall we?
I think we got it all out there.
So, what in the world are we doing next on this thing? I mean,
the answer is we don't actually know.
Well, we don't have a new episode until Christmas.
So we'll probably pick something. You want to pick?
Me?
Well, you sound like you were sharing about something. Are you saying free until Christmas?
Moffat's back, baby.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we'll just get together amongst the regular hosts, and we'll just figure out something to do for next time.
Hey, Polly, actually,
why don't we just get Polly to pick some random thing?
Wait, Polly, give me a number between 1 and 8.
6.
Give me a number between 1 and 13.
9.
Oh my God!
What was season series 6 episode 9?
Ladies and gentlemen, next time we're doing Night Terrors.
Oh Jesus! Wowza!
Also,
nice.
Anyway,
I'm glad somebody got it.
Oh my! Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. That's episode 69. It's that episode. No. I resign.
Hang on. I gotta check. What is literally? That's season 6 episode. What is literally episode 69?
Well, why don't you check? Can I do some plugging?
I am looking.
You know where to find us. You know what books to read. You know
well, somebody's really to get out of here, aren't you, Kuchiri?
No.
Yes.
Amazon calling.
Let's see.
We are literally friends there with the Kerblam Man in real life. It's amazing.
Oh God.
But before we go, Polly, you've been a tremendous sport. Anything you want to plug other than the Toad thing? Because you've already done that.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me at, website, socksmakepeoplesexy.net. You can find me at twitch.tv/polyplushie, and you can find me on Twitter at polyplushie as well. Yeah. If you want to listen to me be a dumbass online, those are the proper avenues with which to do so.
Please do it. Her streams are hilarious.
Now, this has been an absolute blast. I really appreciate you putting this together. I'm glad that you had me in mind, and I'm glad that we rode it out the long haul. It took us a while to get here. It took a while to finally come together, but I'm so glad that I did this. And again, I came away with a new appreciation for something that I'd never experienced before, and I now understand. And that's a primary thing that a reason that I like doing podcasts. So a reason that I like doing streams where I talk to people is I like understanding things. I like hearing people's enthusiasm for the things they like. And I think that people like being able to share the things that they like. So that's something that like, so me throwing myself into this was never, you know, a question. It was something like, if you ask me to do something like this, I'm going to do it because I like understanding what my friends are into. And this gave me something that I'm going to go actually watch on my own time now, you know, just because I liked the characters here. I want more of these characters and this little world that I'm experiencing. So I'm happy to give it another go. So yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been an absolute pleasure.
You're more than welcome. And that couldn't have gone any better, genuinely.
Excellent. Feel free to slide in those DMs anytime you want to talk about Dr. Houston.
Did you figure out which episode it was, by the way, Fresno?
No, I didn't. It's not numbered on Wikipedia like that.
I'll put it in post. I'll put it in post.
If we're talking about New Who, so 1326, then there's the two Christmas books, so 28 plus another 13, 41. 13 will be 56.
It's in series 5 or 6.
It will also be in series 6. It might be like an episode 2 before Night Terrors.
I imagine it somehow just was Night Terrors. That would be incredible.
And let me just 1 second pull up the calculator. 13 times 6. That's 78. So that doesn't work.
It's a series 5 episode, is what you're telling me.
Yep, it'll be series 5. It will be the episode before Pandorica opens.
Oh, Jesus,
no! We're done here. We're done.
We gotta give Polly the context for why we're screaming. I'm afraid. The episode Rain is talking about is a lodger. It's written by a guy named Gareth Roberts. Turned out to be a phobe.
Oh no!
Well, that and also James Corden.
Yeah, James Corden is in episode 2.
That's less. I don't know if he's done anything with that.
No, that's just personal. I don't like James Corden's work.
No. Corbin is a piece of shit. So.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, no, he's horrible. Like.
So I'm justified not liking his work. Good to know.
Yeah. No. There's the whole thing.
Justified pettiness, my very kind of pettiness.
Sack Noel Clark, sack Gareth Roberts, sack James Corden. Say goodnight, Rainiac.
That's not making the edit. Good night, Rainiac.